well, let's do the set series first because we don't know about the other
You
ones.
want to do Clippers?
Clippers Nuggets.
All right, hold on one second.
Clippers
Let me make the
Nuggets.
graphic.
We
All right,
going
Clippers
7.
Nuggets. Go ahead, Pavy.
I think we going 7. I think we going 7. I think we going 7 because I'm gonna put respect on Nikola Jokic's name, but also I think Zubac can offer Jokic way more resistance this year than what he has in years past. But also I've been at games. I've seen Zubac do very well against Nikola Jokic. I forget that was one game last year. I think I was sitting like in like the floor seats for the game. He defended Jokic very well. Like he's physical against him. He can't just like push him around at basically like the same size. So I think we're gonna get to 6-7. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick the Clippers to win this series. I think if Kawhi Leonard is healthy, and I think they have more resistance. I think they have more resistance for Jamal Murray than what they have had in previous years. I think having Chris Dunn there, I think his defense is actually a real thing. And I actually think the Nuggets just don't really have anybody to guard. What I think Aaron Gordon can do can do a good enough job on Kawhi Leonard. But I think in this series, this is the series where James Harden can kind of run wild. I don't think Jamal Murray or Christian Braun can guard James Harden. I think that if KCP was still there, I think it's a better matchup. And you also have Norman Powell out there. Granted, Norman Powell has been doing this since he came back from I think it was his knee and hamstring injury. But if he can kind of get back to the level of play that he was before and get you around like 18, 19 points, you don't need 25 like he was giving you, especially if you got Kawhi out there. And if Kawhi is going to be Kawhi, then you can lock in 27, 28 points at 50% shooting if Kawhi is going to be Kawhi. And again, also, I think, like I said, with Ben Simmons being there, I think it gives you a way to just play differently. You can go small, and you couldn't really realistically go small before. And this is the first time in I don't even know today, that the Clippers, for the most part, have a fully healthy roster. I think if you look at the injury report, it ain't nobody on it besides maybe Nick Batum. And I think that's not that big of a deal at this point in time in the Clippers roster. Like you got Amir Coffey, you got Derrick Jones Jr., you got other people that can supplement whatever Nick Batum was going to give you. And I also remember the defense of Derrick Jones Jr. last playoffs. It was a real thing. And the defense from guys like him, PJ Washington, should even Kyrie Irving, I think was more of a reason why the Mavericks made the playoffs than just Luka scoring the ball. So if you give it to me, I'm going Clippers in 6. I know I said we was going 7, but I'm going Clippers in 6. Clippers in 6. I think that Ty Lue and Jeff Van Gundy will figure out a way to get it done. And yeah, especially if Kawhi is gonna be healthy, Clippers in 6, in my personal opinion. And I think Zubac will offer good enough resistance for Jokic.
Okay, so I'm not gonna firmly disagree with a lot of your takes. I actually like a lot of your takes. I will say the one thing that I'm disappointed with myself and with you this year is that we did not cover a game. I think that was actually the low point of our brand this year, is that we didn't at least go to one game. Like we ain't even seen it into it dome after we spent 5 years like day in day out going to practice, putting in all that time. It's life, but I'm saying we still should at least cover the game so we could have said that we got a chance to witness some of the season. And that's just like a personal regret because I could also all my credentials I keep them like in my little bookcase so I can see them, the stack of them as I heard you talking about them. But when I'm looking at this series, the biggest defining matchup in this series to me will be Jamal Murray versus James Harden. James Harden this year, okay, we said the system was outdated and he wasn't the system. I would say he proved us wrong, but I've been calling him small game James on this podcast for 8 years because when the playoffs come, I feel like he don't show up. So I think if the winner of this matchup will boil down to who's better, James Harden all series or Jamal Murray. I think Kawhi Leonard I look for Kawhi Leonard to actually struggle a little bit in this series because I think that Kawhi Leonard will be pressing a little bit, trying to prove the critics wrong. Because the one thing I will say, and I've been a big Kawhi critic, I love Kawhi, but he's never healthy. So I think he's gonna just try to make it through this series and do the best he can. I believe that Harden will go out and be a showstopper. I think Jokic will have an all-time great series. But I think another guy that we mentioned earlier, Visa Zubac. I'm looking for Zubac. If the Clippers want to win this series, I need 18 and 15 from Zoo. And if Zoo can give me 18 and 15, which throughout the season he's done that consistently multiple times, I believe that the Clippers can be successful. I'm not really looking at the Clippers others and questioning others versus others, because the difference is the Nuggets have some others that have still been a part of that championship team, even if they were younger or whatever. The Clippers don't really have a ton of guys that have championship level experience. So I think it'll really boil down to Harden. And then the second factor to me, and the X factor in the whole series, is Tyronn Lue. As I mentioned earlier, Ty Lue is a very, very passionate coach. He knows when he makes mistakes. You can see it on his face in the game during the camera. I think now Ty Lue's biggest nemesis to me in the West is gone. His biggest nemesis is Mike Malone. The Nuggets been whooping the Clippers' ass night in and night out for years. Like, I remember back when Jokic weighed like 360, going to cover a preseason and a early season Clippers Nuggets game. Back when he was like 360, and he smacked their ass. He looked like he was 360, bro. He probably was.
He was 360.
Jokic was fat as fuck back then.
He was big, but he wasn't.
And all I kept thinking when I was watching, I'm like, yo, if he drops some weight, he gonna be killing people. He dropped like 60 pounds and started whooping everybody's ass. But at the same time, Mike Malone, regardless of what you feel about him, was a master at adjustments and X's and O's. Tyronn Lue's biggest nemesis is gone. So, to me, this is a toss-up. I don't know who to pick, but if you had to ask me who I'm going to pick, I'm going to take the best player in the world over aging guy who could never get it done in the playoffs and a guy whose knee is always questionable. So, I'm going to take the Nuggets, and I'm going to take the Nuggets in 6, because if it goes 7, they won't win, because the Clippers got the 4 seed, right?
No, the Nuggets got the 4 seed.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Nuggets got the 4 seed. Okay, I'll take the Nuggets in 7 then. If the Clippers had home court, I would have took the Nuggets in 6. Since the Nuggets have home court, I'm gonna agree with you. We can go there. All right, let's move on and let's talk about the matchup that everybody